Can a single speaking habit earn you respect, regardless of age or background? Absolutely. As we grow older, society may expect us to slow down or stay quiet. However, those who truly command respect don't do so by raising their voices. Instead, they master how and when to speak. It's not about speaking louder, but about speaking with presence. In this video, we will explore 8 simple, powerful speaking habits that set respected seniors apart. These habits aren't tricks or techniques. They are natural behaviors that leave lasting impressions and reflect a lifetime of wisdom. You might think, "I've always spoken this way," or "It's too late to change." But these habits aren't about changing who you are. They're about recognizing the quiet authority you already have. You don't need to speak more, you just need to speak with purpose. By the end of this video, you'll discover how to carry yourself with dignity in conversations and subtly influence the way others respond to you. Whether it's with family, neighbors, or new acquaintances, these habits communicate strength, clarity, and purpose. Over time, they'll allow your presence to speak for you, even before you say a word. Stay with us because understanding these habits will reshape how others listen to you and how you feel when you speak. Number 1. The habit of speaking with grace and mindful gratitude. When you encounter a senior who commands quiet admiration, there's often a unique quality in their conversations that stands out above all. They speak with gratitude. They don't dwell on complaints or regrets. They acknowledge life's hardships, yet they don't allow bitterness to cloud their words. More importantly, they find ways to express appreciation, even for the small, ordinary things in life. This habit of gratitude is not only something that garners respect, it inspires others to pause and reflect on their own blessings. Take someone like Martha, 81 years old. After a long recovery from surgery, she didn't focus on listing her discomforts. Instead, when asked how she was doing, she'd smile and say, "I'm just glad I can still laugh." This response didn't deny the reality of her pain, it elevated her spirit. Her gratitude didn't just lift her own soul, it strengthened those around her. Gratitude also brings perspective. Respected seniors frame their conversations not just by acknowledging what's wrong in the world, but by emphasizing what is still right. It's a profound ability to illuminate the good without ignoring the bad. This perspective turns their words into something powerful, something that has the capacity to transform a room's energy, even when the subject at hand is heavy or difficult. Words shaped by gratitude do more than soften the listener's heart. They honor the speaker. They leave others feeling uplifted, not drained, because they speak to the heart of what truly matters. They remind everyone involved that even in later years, your presence can still guide, comfort, and inspire. Speaking from gratitude doesn't require pretending that everything is perfect. It's about accepting life's struggles while still finding beauty in its simplest moments. Gratitude becomes more than just a communication tool, it becomes a way of living, a philosophy reflected in every conversation. The words you speak are a mirror to the person you are and the lasting impact you leave behind. It's not about speaking more, it's about speaking with meaning. When your words come from a place of clarity, care, and intention, they resonate deeply. People are drawn to your voice not because you speak loudly, but because you speak in ways that feel worthwhile. And the power of that presence doesn't need to be declared, it's felt. When you walk into a room, your gratitude lingers in the air, leaving an impact far beyond the moment. Number 2. The art of using words to empower and uplift others. What truly distinguishes deeply respected seniors is not just what they refrain from saying, but the conscious choices they make in what they speak. There is a quiet strength in the words they choose, a power to lift others up. Whether it's offering a heartfelt compliment, a gentle word of encouragement, or simply reminding someone of their inherent worth, respected seniors know how to speak life into the hearts of those around them. Their words don't merely fill the air, they fill the space with warmth, affirmation, and genuine care. These seniors don't use their words to seek approval or to flatter others. Their praise is never given out of politeness, nor is it used to impress. Their words are always authentic. When they say they are proud of you, you feel that pride deep in your bones. When they tell you that you've done well, you believe it in a way that resonates with your very being. Their words are rooted in sincerity, shaped by years of wisdom, observation, and lived experience. Take Gloria, a 78-year-old woman who volunteers at her local library. Every young person who walks through those doors leaves not just with new knowledge, but with a deeper sense of self-belief. Not because she delivers speeches or grand lessons, but because she notices the little things that others might overlook. "I saw how patient you were with that child," she says, or, "You have a quiet strength that truly shows." She sees the goodness in others and makes sure to name it. Those small acts of recognition stay with people long after they've left the library. Uplifting speech isn't just about saying nice things, it's about helping others see the best in themselves. It's an intentional choice to speak from a place of compassion and understanding, rather than simply filling the silence with words. It's a powerful practice that, though it takes effort, is one of the most meaningful habits a person can cultivate, especially later in life. When you have weathered storms, your words of encouragement carry the weight of experience. People trust that your encouragement is not simply a hollow reassurance, but a reflection of true resilience and understanding. In conversations, respected seniors naturally guide others toward hope. They don't deny the pain or struggles that exist in the world, but they help others find strength in the midst of those challenges. They remind others that they matter, that they've grown, and that they still have more to offer. And it's not the length or grandeur of their speech that makes an impact. It's the sincerity and intention behind their carefully chosen words. This habit of using words to uplift also nourishes the speaker's own sense of purpose. When you witness the effect your words have, when you see someone feel stronger, more confident, or more seen, you realize that you still have the power to make a difference. The simple act of uplifting others brings a deep sense of fulfillment and connection. In the end, it's not about being the most knowledgeable or having all the answers. It's about being the person whose words make others feel truly valued. And when this habit is practiced consistently, it has the power to heal, to bridge gaps, and to leave behind a lasting legacy of kindness, one that lives on far beyond the conversation itself. If you're still with us and finding these insights meaningful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support allows us to keep creating valuable content that inspires and informs. Now let's continue. Number 3. The habit of speaking with humility and openness. One of the most admirable qualities of respected seniors is their ability to speak with humility and openness. They don't hold on to their opinions with an iron grip. Instead, they approach conversations with a genuine curiosity and a willingness to learn, regardless of their age or experience. They know that wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about asking the right questions and embracing the perspective of others. When respected seniors speak, it's never with an air of superiority or arrogance. They speak with a recognition that every person, no matter their age, has something valuable to offer. This humility creates an environment where others feel safe sharing their thoughts and ideas, knowing that their voice will be respected. It fosters connection and deepens trust, making conversations more meaningful and enriching for everyone involved. Take someone like William, age 82, who has lived a long and fulfilling life, full of wisdom and stories. But when you sit with him, you'll find that he is always asking questions. What do you think? How do you feel about this? Even though he has lived through so much, he listens intently, and his curiosity is never diminished by his own experiences. He isn't trying to impart wisdom from a place of superiority. Instead, he approaches each conversation as an opportunity to understand others better. His humility in dialogue makes him approachable and deeply respected by those around him. Speaking with humility doesn't mean you don't value your own experiences or insights. It simply means recognizing that every person you meet has their own unique perspective, and by listening to them, you can broaden your own understanding of the world. It's about embracing the idea that learning is a lifelong journey, one that never stops no matter how much we have already lived. This habit of humility also brings openness. Respected seniors remain open to new ideas, even when they've seen or experienced so much. They don't close themselves off from the thoughts and opinions of others, especially those who may be younger or less experienced. Instead, they see each person as a teacher in their own right. This openness enriches their relationships and allows them to continuously evolve and grow. In a world that often values certainty and quick answers, the humble speaker offers something far more valuable: the ability to admit that they don't know everything and the willingness to listen and learn. This speaks volumes about their character, and it draws others to them. People respect and trust those who can admit they don't have all the answers but remain open to the wisdom of others. Number 4. The power of speaking slowly and deliberately. One of the most distinguishing qualities of respected seniors is their calm, deliberate way of speaking. They don't rush their words. They aren't trying to fight for attention or fill every silence. Instead, they understand something important. When you slow down your speech, your words become more meaningful. This isn't about trying to be dramatic or putting on a show. It's about creating space. Space for others to listen, to reflect, and to truly feel the depth of what you are saying. Let me share a story about Harold, a 76-year-old man. Harold doesn't speak much in large gatherings, but when he does, everyone quiets down. Why is that? It's because Harold speaks slowly, never hurried. He lets his sentences breathe. He pauses at the right moments. This rhythm of speaking gives people time to truly absorb his message. There's no rush in his tone, yet everything he says feels incredibly important simply because he speaks with intention. This habit of speaking slowly signals confidence. It tells the listener that you don't feel the need to prove anything. You are simply sharing what matters. It also demonstrates a sense of self-control and patience, qualities that are often deeply admired, particularly in older adults. When we rush through our words, we can sometimes come across as uncertain or anxious. But when we take our time, it gives the impression that we've carefully thought about what we are saying, and we're in no rush to impress anyone. That's a quiet power, a calm strength that speaks volumes without shouting. When you speak slowly, you invite others to slow down too. It shifts the entire energy of the conversation. People lean in, they focus, and they listen more attentively. In a world that often moves too quickly, your calm and steady voice becomes a much-needed pause, a moment of clarity amid the noise. Now, if speaking slowly doesn't come naturally, don't worry, you can start with a small change. The next time you're in a conversation, try taking a deep breath before responding. Let your first sentence settle in the space before moving on to the next. You'll find that the person you're speaking with becomes more engaged, not less. That's the beauty of this habit. You're not just saying something, you're helping others feel something. There's a reason why certain voices stay with us long after a conversation ends. It's rarely because they were loud or rushed. It's because they were steady, thoughtful, and measured. When you speak slowly and deliberately, your presence becomes the message. And that's something no one forgets. If you're still with me and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do so and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support helps us keep creating content that's meant to inspire and inform. Now let's move forward. Number 5. The habit of listening fully before speaking. One of the most profound ways respected seniors earn the admiration of others is through their ability to make people feel truly heard, and it all starts with how they listen. Before offering their opinion or sharing their own experiences, they wait for the other person to finish their thoughts completely. There's no rushing to interrupt, no eagerness to correct or jump in with their own story. Instead, they create space in the conversation, not just through silence but through their full, undivided attention. That simple act of listening can be more powerful than any words. When someone listens with such care, you can feel it. It changes the entire energy of the conversation. People naturally open up more because they sense that they're not being judged or dismissed. They feel respected in a way that encourages them to share more freely. True listening, as practiced by respected elders, isn't about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about being fully present. It's about tuning into not just the words being spoken, but the feelings and nuances behind them. Respected seniors understand that sometimes, what someone needs most isn't advice or solutions, but simply to feel acknowledged, to feel seen. Let me share a story with you about Helen, an 80-year-old grandmother whose listening skills made a profound impact. Her granddaughter once said, "When I talk to Grandma, it feels like the world slows down." This wasn't because Helen had all the answers. It was because she listened without rushing, without distractions, and without looking past the moment. When someone spoke to her, she gave them her full attention, her eyes, her heart, and her patience. That kind of focused, loving attention is rare, and it's something that stays with you long after the conversation ends. This habit of listening not only strengthens connections but also builds trust. When people know they will be listened to without interruption or judgment, they come to you more often. They value your perspective because it comes from a place of deep understanding, not assumptions. You don't just offer answers, you reflect their feelings and concerns back to them with clarity and respect. You show them they matter. If you've ever had a conversation where someone cut you off or quickly changed the topic, you know how small that can make you feel. Respected seniors understand this and they avoid doing it. Even when they think they know what's coming next, they wait. They allow the full thought to unfold. This kind of patience and restraint isn't just courteous, it's wise. It says, I don't need to be the loudest voice in the room. I'd rather be the one who truly understands. In a world where conversations move at lightning speed and quick replies are expected, it takes intention and effort to hold back and listen fully. But when you do, the rewards are immeasurable. You make others feel valued and in turn they value you even more. It's a quiet exchange, one that quietly shapes the depth and quality of all your relationships. Number 6. The habit of honoring silence and letting others speak. Among the many speaking habits that truly earn quiet, lasting respect, one stands out for its simplicity and its immense power, the ability to never interrupt. Respected seniors understand the value of silence, of allowing others to finish their thoughts. They don't rush to fill the air with their own words or cut in mid-sentence to make a point. Even when they anticipate what's coming next or have lived through similar experiences, they exercise patience. And that patience speaks louder than any words could. This habit communicates something profound. What you're saying matters to me. This simple act creates a space of dignity, respect, and trust, where everyone feels heard and valued. It's a gift, especially to younger people who may not expect this kind of thoughtful consideration from an elder. When an elder listens without interruption, it teaches a powerful lesson. It's a demonstration of maturity, self-restraint, and deep respect for others' voices. Consider James, 81 years old, a well-respected member of his community. He's known for his wisdom, but even more so for how he listens. In meetings he waits, patiently, attentively. He nods to signal understanding, allowing each thought to be fully expressed before responding. And when he speaks, it's always with a deep, thoughtful purpose. People often say, when James speaks, I know he has truly heard me first. This rare quality earns him not only trust but admiration over time. Interrupting, even unintentionally, can make someone feel dismissed or overlooked. When we talk over others, especially in moments of disagreement, it sends the message that our words matter more than theirs. Respected seniors avoid this mistake. They have learned that giving someone the space to speak without interruption doesn't weaken their own voice, it strengthens it. When they do choose to speak, their words carry weight because people know those words come from a place of understanding, care, and clarity. This doesn't mean they remain silent when something important needs to be said. Rather, they wait for the right moment to speak. They don't rush to correct, to compete, or to dominate the conversation. Their words aren't forced, they are invited. And that invitation is what makes their words so powerful. In a world that's often noisy and hurried, this restraint becomes a profound kind of wisdom. Allowing others the space to speak without fear of interruption turns every conversation into something more meaningful. It strengthens connections and fosters mutual respect. It teaches everyone involved that being truly heard is one of the most powerful experiences we can offer one another. Over time, this habit doesn't just change how others see you, it deepens how they feel when they interact with you. They don't just think of you as someone who speaks well. They see you as someone who listens with intention, responds with thoughtfulness, and makes others feel important and heard. And that kind of presence, one that honors the voices of others, lingers long after the conversation is over. If you're still with us and finding these insights meaningful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support allows us to keep creating valuable content that inspires and informs. Now let's continue. Number 7. Avoiding gossip and idle talk. A habit that truly sets respected seniors apart is their ability to avoid gossip. They do not waste their precious words on rumors, assumptions, or criticizing others. Instead, they choose to speak with purpose. You won't hear them repeating the latest gossip or speculating about someone else's life. This is because they understand a powerful truth: what you say is a reflection of who you are. And those who speak with dignity are mindful of both their words and the lasting impression they leave behind. There's a quiet strength in being known as someone who doesn't speak ill of others. When people realize they can trust you to keep confidences and not spread what isn't yours to tell, it changes how they see you. Your presence becomes a safe space for others, and they feel comfortable and at ease around you. They know that the respect you show for others is genuine, even when those others are not in the room. And that is a rare and powerful trait. Let's take Robert, for instance, an 80-year-old man who has been an active member of his community's volunteer group for decades. People trust Robert not because he offers solutions to every problem, but because he has a rare ability to listen without sharing others' secrets. When gossip comes up in conversation, Robert doesn't engage. Instead, he calmly redirects the conversation to more meaningful topics or simply remains silent. He doesn't need to correct or scold, he simply leads by example. His quiet restraint earns him more admiration than any loud opinion could. Respected seniors also avoid idle talk, the kind that fills silence with pointless chatter or the urge to speak just to be heard. This doesn't mean they are distant or cold. In fact, they often speak warmly with kindness and humor. But the difference is that every word they speak serves a meaningful purpose. Whether they are offering comfort, sharing wisdom, or bringing a smile, they speak with intention, and this makes every conversation feel more valuable. There's a strength in choosing silence over gossip. By not speaking behind others' backs, you demonstrate that your integrity is non-negotiable. You don't let yourself be influenced by gossip or drama. Instead, you rise above it, not with arrogance but with quiet wisdom. And in a world where many people seek attention through noise, respected seniors teach us a timeless lesson. Not everything needs to be said. Not every moment of silence needs to be filled, and not every story is ours to share. When you let go of gossip and choose to speak only what is true, kind, and necessary, your words begin to hold more weight. People will lean in, not because you're loud but because they know your words are always worth hearing. Number 8. The habit of pausing before speaking. Respected seniors often carry a quiet power, and that power frequently stems from one simple yet profound habit. They think before they speak. They don't rush to blurt things out or react impulsively. Instead, they take a moment, sometimes just a brief one, to pause and reflect on the potential impact of their words. That tiny space between thought and speech can transform a casual conversation into something intentional, thoughtful, and grounded. There's a distinct difference between having something to say and feeling the need to say it immediately. Those who earn respect with their words understand that not every thought requires instant expression. They pause to ask themselves, is this helpful? Is it kind? Is it necessary? And if the answer is yes, they express it clearly and calmly. If not, they choose silence. That discipline in waiting before speaking adds weight to their words, because when they do speak, people truly listen. Take a man like Walter, for instance, an 84-year-old with a reputation for wisdom. It's not because he's constantly speaking. In fact, Walter often remains quiet during lengthy discussions. But when someone asks for his perspective, he'll offer a sentence or two that can change the entire tone of the room. The reason his words have such an effect isn't simply due to his age. It's because everyone knows he takes the time to think before he speaks. That is the habit. And it's one of the most underrated signs of true strength. This habit also reflects humility. It shows others that you value the conversation more than the spotlight, that you're not speaking simply to be right, but to be of service. In a world where conversations are often rushed and reactions are immediate, your thoughtful, measured responses stand out. They create a sense of calm, encourage deeper reflection, and show that experience has taught you the value of patience. There's another key benefit to thinking before you speak. It helps you avoid regret. By taking that pause, you give yourself the space to avoid speaking out of frustration or misunderstanding. And that self-control strengthens your relationships, because people feel safe opening up to someone who responds with care and understanding, not with judgment or criticism. This habit is not about being timid or withholding your thoughts. It's about choosing your words carefully, knowing that once they're spoken, they cannot be taken back. Respected seniors understand the weight of their words and the responsibility they carry, making every conversation meaningful. Final thoughts. When we think of those who command quiet admiration, especially seniors, it's not always their achievements or loud declarations that leave the deepest impression. It's the way they speak. Their words carry weight because they are shaped by experience, understanding, and a lifetime of learning. The habits of speaking with intention, kindness, humility, and patience are the threads that weave a tapestry of respect, not only for themselves but for others as well. These habits aren't just about speaking correctly or being eloquent. They reflect a deeper understanding of human connection, the ability to make others feel heard, valued, and respected in every conversation. From listening fully before speaking to speaking slowly with care, to avoiding idle talk and gossip, these practices don't just enrich conversations, they enrich lives. In a world where words often come too quickly, where interruptions and distractions are common, and where people sometimes speak out of frustration rather than clarity, the habits of respected seniors offer a refreshing reminder. They remind us that speaking with intention and taking the time to reflect before we speak creates space for meaningful dialogue and connection. Humility and gratitude become the foundation of their conversations. These habits remind us that wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about embracing the questions and acknowledging that everyone, no matter their age or experience, has something valuable to contribute. The beauty of these habits is that they are timeless. They are not about trying to change who you are or forcing yourself to speak in a particular way. They are about tapping into the quiet strength and wisdom you've accumulated over the years and sharing it with others in a way that leaves a positive, lasting impact. At the heart of it all, these habits show that respect is not something we demand. It's something we earn, quietly and consistently, through the way we communicate with those around us. So, whether you're engaging with family, friends, or strangers, remember, your words are powerful. And when spoken with care, gratitude, and humility, they can change the course of a conversation, a relationship, and even a life. As you continue to practice these habits, know that you are not just improving the way you communicate, you are leaving behind a legacy of kindness, wisdom, and respect that will echo for generations to come. Thank you for joining us today. We hope these insights have inspired you to embrace these powerful speaking habits in your own life. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned today that resonated with you the most? And how do you plan to apply it in your daily conversations? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts with us. Your feedback means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating content that's valuable and inspiring. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more thoughtful discussions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We appreciate your support and look forward to connecting with you again soon. Until next time, remember, your words matter, and they have the power to make a positive impact in the world around you.